contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East. As it will be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
To the air, Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And 8 yards to go.
To throw, Williams. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field. It can take off and run when under duress.
Second and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Ramsey. And he stopped immediately there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here we go on 4th down. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ramsey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try the left side. Ramsey. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll try and do this, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They run the counter. Sellers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 68 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So a man shaken up on the play, and this is certainly noteworthy. It's Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The guy's man, complete! And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle they go. Croder.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. And in the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Sellers. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Williams going to sneak it.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Standing right around the midfield stripe. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy that dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Weaver. Over the middle. Hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Weaver's pass.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Back to throw. Weaver. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Weaver. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st down. A gain of 5. 1st down, Dallas.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ramsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake. Weaver. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Cowboys first down.
Up the middle they go. Ramsey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Weaver. pocket, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal, Dallas.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They juked him. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of the defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes they don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and it's starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And able to work his way down to the 16.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sellers. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sellers. Now he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection out there. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
1st and goal, Foster. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Eagles have retaken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
This time the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle they go. Ramsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4. And now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
46-yard line.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's Williams.
His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Williams. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Crowder. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Crowder. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. With it is Jackson. A nice little juke. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Sellers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Williams. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
This one caught by Crowder. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The show you love to love, back for another year. A busy week 1 of football. Let's get into it. Our look at the NFL starts now. It begins in the mile-high city of Denver. The Broncos
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. So out of the locker rooms, here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing. Ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ramsey.
And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Now a handoff up the middle. Crowder. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Up the middle they go. Crowder. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
For the carry, it's Grimes. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And that was a little tough to watch. You kept thinking he might be able to get away. Then you watched him just keep going further and further backward.
Just fall down. Just fall down at some point instead of getting driven back into your own end zone. That play's definitely not salvageable. You end up costing your team points.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
They'll try the left side. Crowder.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. Looked like he
he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2nd and 11. Able to hit his target Lamb. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
3rd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They need 2. Here's third down. Looking to throw. Weaver. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And the Cowboys first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Croner. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he said,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Incomplete. He was defended by DeRon Bland.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
A first down carry for Foster. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Operating from the gun, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
That's caught by Jackson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer, even pick up the first down if they can. It's third down.
Williams looking to do it himself.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll hit Jackson complete. The offense on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with Foster.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Sellers. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They run up the middle with Foster.
And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
On play action, here's Williams.
That was going to... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. 4th down by 3. What do I want to do here?
You want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
A gain of 14. And the Cowboy 1st down.
They run the counter. Crowder. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Off the bootleg. Weaver.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, but 9.9 times out of 10, just missed that one.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And the Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Crowder. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play.
They'll try and sneak it here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now this time he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards. That's another.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead he give up the middle.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Up the middle they go. Crowder. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And now we'll see a timeout used on the defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
It's 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Eagles offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Now 2nd and 4.
84. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try the left side. Sellers.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
They'll look to throw.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
This one's had a season's worth of throws already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
4th down.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Cowboys, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.